Okay, Floss. Okay, Floss. Citizen reporter, backyard lawyer. Just a quick disclaimer here that I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a journalist. I'm a person that's fighting to be put back in the safety of my subject right. Now, at some point in time, we were all removed from our subject right into the citizen right. The citizen right is the thing that they're talking about is your name. That's where you were given your name and you were put under a different set of rights. But we come under the 1688 Bill of Rights as subjects. That God has no name and we have no name either. It's a bit of a grammatical thing. I do intend to do a video on this, but I'm not doing that today. We've been waiting for the Supreme Court ruling that I had filed a case in the Supreme Court asking to be declared to be a subject of King Charles III and to be declared to be under the safety of my subjects' rights, because they've brought in all these universal rights that have been given many other races, many other religions, rights that are dangerous to me as a Protestant person. So I've made a petition to the court to be put back under the protections of my subject Protestant right. We are ultimately Protestants. We are all born Protestants. Nobody's born into a religion like they say, but they're made into that religion after their birth, not while they're in the womb. They're not while they're in the womb, they're not under that religion. Then they're all Protestant, Protestants under God. Now, the ruling has come in from the Supreme Court, and I've got the news for you is that we didn't win, but we haven't been thrown out either. But they've asked us to put in some extra documents, and so we're going to be having a video at 8:30 New Zealand time. 8:30 New Zealand time on the Thursday, the 27th of October, at 8:30 p.m. New Zealand time. We're going to have an Oreo team meeting. Kate Floss and the Oreo team are going to be discussing the letter that we've received from the Supreme Court this morning to explain to everybody what the next steps are that we're on. Now, just remember, don't be getting all excited thinking that we've got a ruling. Yes, we did get kind of a ruling, but it's just merely that they've asked us for more documents, and I want to explain to you what those documents are and what's the process is going on next. So come in and see that at 8:30. Now, if you go and look onto the links down there, I've put up two very recent videos. One video was with David Higgs and Kate Floss, and we were discussing how we are presently deemed to be citizens under citizens' rights. And I've said to him that I want to put myself back into the safety of subjects' rights. So that's quite a good video that if you want to really get deep understanding of what we're going to be talking about tonight, please do go and watch the David Hicks and Kate Floss. We did that video pre-entering the Supreme Court. I only had like 1 day left to put in my case to the Supreme Court. And I managed to get on to David Hicks. He gave me a lot of information, but it was a little bit late in the day. After speaking with him, I was able to go and redo a lot of the whole document because of him. He's a very clever man. So please do go and watch the David Hicks video if you've got time. I often listen to the videos while I'm doing my housework. The other video that I've put up there is Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak is an Indonesian, came to be the Prime Minister of England. Now, this is where you're going to see where our 1688 Bill of Rights is going to be. Well, it actually was not called a Bill of Rights. It wasn't even called a bill. It was called a will. It was the 1688 Will and Mary, and it was given to us by Jesus. I call it the will of Jesus. That when Jesus was placed on the cross, they took him to the court of the unhewn stone, and they illegally prosecuted him in the middle of the night with no jury, and they slapped him and they beat him and they molested him, and then they judged him guilty, and then they put him on the cross in the next day, and he had not had a proper hearing. And it was not a public hearing either. That's why all hearings are held in public, because of Jesus. And so then they put him on the cross. Well, in 1688, Jesus came back. Well, Jesus has been back many, many times. So Jesus came back through Martin Luther. Martin Luther in Germany, he was a devout Catholic. He left the Catholics, the monastery, and he basically, he was the foundations of the King James 1611 Bible, and he hammered on the door of the Catholic Church, the Catholic Church, I would say, 95 theses, and he put them in the German language. He took it out of Latin, he put it in the German language. Here's 95 theses. And when he did that, it released all the Protestant Germans from the dictates and the doctrines of the Catholic Church. That was then translated by his friends who smuggled his 95 theses out of the country. They took it into France, they took it into England, and they took it all across the European world. And it was at that time that people were able to be released as Protestants from the canon laws. When they were released from the canon laws, because that's, if you go and listen to David Higgs, what he's saying is that if you're in one set of laws that have got protections or rules for you, right, the judge will keep you in there. But if you can prove that that's dangerous for you, and then you have got another set of laws that are more safe for you, the judge is permitted to move you from that place there into the new set of rights that you're going under. And this is the whole thing, what's going on now. They're trying to take us out of the 1688 will and marry the will of Jesus, place us into the citizens, and then place us through the United Nations back under the Islamic, the Catholic, and the Judaic Jewish laws. That's what they're trying to get the Protestants back under there. I'm in the battle in the court, and I'm trying to get us back under our subject status safety for the time being while we can see what's going on. This is the whole big battle that's going on between Russia, Rishi Sunak, all of them, and they're all, it's just come to light, they're all fighting over Antarctica and the Pacific. This is a huge war. It's a huge war that's going on, and I'm in the, and I'm in the Lord's army. If you want to be in the Lord's army, you've got to join me under Almighty God, under the Queen, under Jesus, and under Tamati Wakanene, and under Queen Victoria. So these four here, and Jesus under Almighty, they're all under Almighty. Almighty God comes first, then comes Jesus, all right? Then comes the kings, because as in heaven as it is on earth. Then it comes Tamati Wakanene with all the native people around the world. We were two pillars of the temple, two legs through Queen Victoria and Tamati Wakanene. This is what they're trying to cut down the temple. They're trying to bring the roof down and rebuild it under a different roof that is not of Almighty God. Now, when you listen to all of that, go and watch the other video that I've posted that I just made up yesterday. It's all about Rishi Sunak and his oath, how they're now permitted. What did they do with the oath of office? They removed the word Almighty God. Now, what they did is they removed the word Almighty God, and they're allowed to change it for the word Gita, which is a Hindu or an Indonesian God, which is not our Almighty God. It's an individual God. Then, or they can remove the word Almighty God and swear allegiance to Allah, who is not Almighty God, but is a God similar to our Jesus. All right, and or they can remove Almighty God and they can put it under the Guru Anunnaka, I think his name is. So that's what they've done, is they're trying to remove Almighty God and put us back under their various doctrines and their various religions, and they're trying to put the Protestants back into the slavery where they were pre-Martin Luther in Germany. That's where we all were in slavery. They're trying to get us back there. and we have got to kick and scream and not let them. So the video tonight is about the Supreme Court ruling. It's going to be on at 8:30 tonight, Thursday, the 27th of October. You can come on in. Some of you will be able to join the Zoom, and some of you will not be able to join the Zoom. Post this around, and I'll just say this also on my video. We need, if we want to go live, proper live on YouTube, we need 1,000 viewers. We've only got 683. Please bring in your friends. Ask them to subscribe to Kate Floss's channels. They don't have to watch. They don't have to be in the fight. It's called the Battle of the Lords, because Kate Floss, the Oreo team, and the Battle of the Lords. That's what we're in. We're building God's army. We're building a new God's army, and under Kate Floss. So you've got to bring your friends in so that we can get our 1,000 viewers. So ask your friends to come in and subscribe to Kate Floss so that we can get our 1,000 viewers. If we get our 1,000 viewers, then we're able to go live. All right. There's Jacinda Ardern laughing at us all. She thinks that she can beat. They all think there's a new religion that's come up, a new one. This is all the religions are taking over, all of them. So you've got the Guru Anunnaki, you've got Gita, another Hindu guru, you've got Allah, you've got the Catholic, you've got the Pope, you've got the Jewish, the thing that they call the leader of the Jewish church, that one. And who else have you got? And you've got now there's a new man on the block. That's Jacinda Ardern, Russell M. Nelson, and his Latter-day Saint Church, who has divided the world up into 8 quorums, and then he's leading the way for all of that. So we've got these 6 religions that are all trying to get all of the Protestant people under their rule, into their cage, back into their slavery where they had them before. That's what they're doing. And we've got to start fighting for your future generations. So if you're in, you're in. If you're not, you're not. But we need people in here. Build God's army. Build the Lord's army. I'll be back at 8:30. See you later, everybody. Kate Floss.